So hello and welcome back to another crappy video. And welcome back, and welcome back, and welcome back. And in today's video we're talking about how myths develop. Nah, not really. We're just talking about how freedom is a myth. And why do I say that? It's good to actually have freedom. Freedom is a good thing. But there are limitations to your freedom. Where do I look in their camera? Over there? Over there? I'm not too sure. So, there is freedom of movement, freedom of religion, and these are guaranteed by some countries, but not all. Freedom of speech. In my country, Australia, we don't have that. So you don't have freedom in that. United States you do, some other country you do. So is there freedom of speeding? Can you just speed on any road at any time? No. Can you freedom to do whatever you like? Any actions? I don't know. Walk across the road in front of traffic, go and punch a person, steal something. That's all part of freedom. But can you do it? No. Because all societies have their limitations, and those limitations do restrict your freedom. So you are free to do stuff to a certain point. So that means you don't really have freedom because you're restricted in some sense. So, you get these sovereign citizens, they come around and they say, oh, your laws don't apply to me. But the majority of people in that society, especially in the Western countries, who elect their officials, they know who they're electing. They're not stupid. Well, maybe some of them are, but most of them are not. It's their fault. If they elect stupid officials, they should pretty much know. So, the laws don't apply to them, but the majority of people say, yes, they do. So that's why no one is going to accept their, I'm a sovereign citizen. Laws don't apply to me because whether you like it or not, other people going to make it apply to you. Doesn't matter how much you protest. If you cross a red light and a police officer sees you, police officer is not going to go, okay, you're a sovereign citizen, so it doesn't apply to you. And then the next person doesn't say that, say it applies to them. That's just not fair, and they're not going to do that. And they're just going to treat you like an idiot. Because if you go to a certain place, certain land, you have to abide by whatever the country's laws are. And also, there are customs and restrictions that the society places on the people. That's a consensus that everyone or most people abide by, and anyone who doesn't abide by is classed as an outsider or someone who has broken a sacred law of some type, even though it has no legal basis. And it actually is a good thing that does restrict individuals' actions. So pretty much you, even though you notice or you don't, you're restricting your own actions so that society doesn't come down on you. So if you believe in a country that laws don't apply to you, you might still follow those laws because you know that there will be consequences if you break them. If you try to commit fraud. And basically we've seen a stack of people, influencers on Twitch, YouTube, etc, Facebook, pretty much defrauding lots of people. I think the good way that they're doing it, well, probably not good way, a bad way, is that they are making those e-tokens, so like Bitcoin tokens. Then they sell them, pump up the hype. People put lots of money in it, and then they take their money out. So they sell a Bitcoin or they sell a whatever, save the child coin. Then they get the money, and then the coin crashes. So that's what influencers have been doing, and that's why we probably shouldn't follow them. And that's one way that they're actually breaking society's sort of code about fraud. Lots of people do it. But eventually society's going to come down on them pretty hard. But at the moment, they seem to be getting away with it. The laws need to catch up on these freeloaders who are taking advantage of people pretty much in desperate situations. Gullible people. Now, some people do need protected, and that's another thing that society does. And your freedom, so you're not free to do whatever you like to anyone because they're gullible or anything like that. No. If there's someone that's not as smart, then you need, and you're quite intelligent, you need to not take advantage of them. It's taking advantage of them just makes you look like a scumbag. There's lots of rich scumbags out there. There's lots of rich good people as well. There's lots of poor scumbags that, they have a certain threshold in which they won't go over, and probably defrauding other people is one of them. Because just because you're a scumbag doesn't mean you're going to hurt other people. So, freedom. Freedom is a myth. In the West, we probably have most freedom. You go to China, are you free? Yeah, you're free, but to an even lesser extent. So, you can't question the government at all. You're free to get whatever job, practice whatever religion but if you practice religion, you needs to be at a government certified institution that they control. And there's some restriction on movement. But, all these countries do have restrictions. Like India, there's certain places in India, because I'm not an Indian national, I can't go. So that's a restriction in India, even though it's supposed to be a democracy of freedom. And even in my own country, Australia, there's certain places, indigenous lands, which they want to protect the culture, that I can't go because wasn't pretty much born here of Aboriginal descent. Now, if I applied for a permit or something like that, I could probably go there. Tiwi Islands, I could probably go and visit. Or even if I married a Tiwi Island person, I could probably go live there, part of a marriage agreement. But apart from that, I can't just go on a boat, hop on there and just go to the Tiwi Islands. So that's a restriction in Australia. And, if I was to go to the Tiwi Islands, they uninvited, they probably wouldn't be too happy that I actually went there. So the majority of society there probably want to get rid of me. Not surprised, look at the hat I'm wearing. Beautiful. Anyway, let me know down below. Probably get a lot of haters saying, oh yeah, freedom. Yeah, well, you do have freedom. If you think so, maybe just go and do something and see what the repercussions are. Anyway, thank you very much. And yeah, bye.